Things are looking up in the garden, and up, and up, and up. Alright, really quick update. It's been a while since we've been out here to look at things. The trash can lemon drop is doing great. You can see it is absolutely covered in pods. Had a little bit of a bug issue. I don't know if you can see, there's a few spots there where something was eating on these leaves, but I've been treating it and it looks pretty good. The potatoes are going crazy. So those are 10-gallon bags. Should get quite a few potatoes out of those in about a month. Looking at some peppers. Ahi pineapple, also just super loaded with pods. I can't wait to eat some of those. Got a Jimmy Nardello that's looking awfully ripe. Some golden cayenne, and I think those are just jalapenos. Yep. Italian long sweet looking pretty good. No complaints here. Look at the size of these suckers. Like, I've got big hands. A little bit of a sun scald spot here, but those get pretty big. Big thanks to Justin Platt for those guys. Tomato plant, it's Barry's Crazy Cherry, I believe, or an Isis, I can't remember. But it's provided a couple of harvests already, so not looking super happy right now, but that's because it's been hot. You can see the blight starting to set in. It's that time of year. I'll get another harvest out of it and be done. Got some piri piri going here. Got a ripe one in there. Handful of little pods going that are still green. I don't know if you can see over there. There's some Thai. We got Kangstar Starscream here with a downward shaped pheno. Ahi Rainforest is just covered in pods as well. None of those have ripened yet. They seem to be taking their sweet time. I've got a Peter pepper here that's perfectly inappropriate pheno going here. We got lots of Peter shaped pods. So waiting for these guys to ripen up. A couple of really, just outright obscene looking pods. I can't wait. Over here we have just the row of jalapenos starting to put off some pods. They didn't really get too big because I planted them late. Black Pearl, we got some pods ripening up. Took a little bit of a weather hit, but also doing all right. The Thunder Mountain Longhorn are just awesome. Not the best angle to be looking at them, but they're all these 10 to 12 inch pods that are starting to curl up and look pretty cool. Ring of Fire, some of these, this guy looks like he's just getting ready to be blurry. Why can't you focus? We're getting ready to start turning. Quite a few pods on that Ring of Fire. Tomatoes going up the baby gate trellis, looking really good. This is a Barry's Crazy Cherry for sure. You can see you got some ripe ones down here, but just these clusters of flowers that come off of these things are incredible. You get a ton of tomatoes. I have harvested 2 or 3 times off of this already. Still putting out pods. Another plant that I'm really excited about is this purple cayenne. I mean, just look at all these dark purple, almost black pods growing on this guy. I didn't top it just because I didn't have time in my season. So it's pretty tall. Cayennes tend to have a pretty vertical, upright growth pattern anyhow, but I'm happy with it. It's going to get a pretty decent harvest. Probably only 1 flush, but no worries. There's a second little one over here putting on a few pods. Over here we have, let's see, those guys are serranos. We have, I believe that's another Black Pearl that I threw in just for the fun of it. Right here is a Count Dracula. You can see it's starting to get some pods on it. Pretty cool pepper. Anything else over here that's really exciting? Meh. Let's go take a look at some of the other peppers. All right, over here there is a Tequila Sunrise. Just getting ready to start potting up. You can see some of those. There is, let's see, this is a Pink Tiger crossed with a boot of some sort. I forget which kind, peach maybe, peach boot. Just starting to get a few little pods to set. You can see this guy here. Good looking one. I don't know why I can't focus to save my life today. Let's see. Back here is a red Scotch Bonnet. I can't believe that this plant has actually made it. It was way, way, way behind. It's not quite budding yet, but I might have to move that into the garage at the end of the season. Here we have giant orange habaneros. There is pods on the lower growth here. Kind of hard to see because something's just not happy with my autofocus. But quite a few pods starting to grow there. It's getting pretty big. We have reapers flowering pretty good. This is, let's see, got a few pods growing here. Lemon drop crossed with Red Ghost. So it'll be interesting to see how those turn out. That's an F1, I do believe. Mexi Bell putting on some little spicy miniature bell peppers. Spicy might be an overstatement. Got one guy down here starting to ripen up, so we'll be tasting that real soon. I think they're crossed with maybe a jalapeno. They're really not hot, but you can tell there's a little bit of heat. This is a Umarock Red Ghost. You can see it's starting to put on pod here. And let's see, this is another Red Ghost and another Red Ghost. Those both are flowering like crazy. A few look like they're starting to set pods, but again, I might have to take those into the garage at the end of the season to actually get ripe. And then over here in the climber's crib, we have cucumbers, we have watermelon, we have Haojin melon, or Israel melon, depending how you like to call it. You can see there is a Blacktail Mountain watermelon here that's pretty good size. I've got big hands, so that's probably about 6.5, 7 inches across. These are some of those Haojin Israel melons. They ripen up to kind of look like a cantaloupe when it's all said and done, so it's starting to get furry, but not quite turned tan yet. And I actually just picked all of the cucumbers. I think they are Chicago pickling. Might be one or two babies out here still. But this guy, you can almost see there's one down in there. This crib has turned out really well. It's covered in growth, supporting a lot of melons, supporting a lot of cucumbers. Really excited to get a few more harvests out of here and see how those melons turn out. Anaheims probably aren't going to have time to fruit. They were a impulse buy, I won't lie. This tiny little reaper that I threw out here because it sprouted might do okay. Might put on a fruit or two. There's some flowers going, but I'm not holding my breath. Dahlia keeps flowering, really pretty flowers. Also attracts quite a few pollinators, which is excellent. And we have the canned brigade of different types of habaneros. They really stunted hard, probably because I left them in direct southern sun when it was, 95 degrees for 2 weeks in a row. I'm amazed that they're actually alive. Starting to pick up again. This guy's probably grown 3 inches in the last week. So might be some hope, but these were really just kind of for fun. I had extra seeds I needed to plant, so I put them in cans. Maybe they'll do good, maybe not. No big deal. Quick look at the arrow garden. I actually harvested from the Starracha Hornet. I'm just showing this dirty ass part for a friend of mine. She's gonna go nuts. Yes, it looks terrible. The Brazilian starfish that really wanted to be a beanstalk, I have cut this thing down so many times. It is about to give me, 8 pods, it looks like. This is the star of the show. I'm gonna give him another day or two to finish ripening. I've already picked one off, but you can see it's starting to turn. As soon as those are done, I need to clean this thing. Yes, I will clean it. And then get some new peppers going in here. I've got a couple started in a different arrow garden that will hopefully be able to grow to maturity here. I'm going to try and do a better job about trimming them so I don't need exterior light. It's another another Thunder Mountain Longhorn. I harvested a couple of pods off of this one. It's flowering and budding like crazy again. I don't know why I cannot focus. That should turn out pretty decent here in about another 6 weeks. I should have a bunch more pods off of that guy. We've got a Peter that, man, this thing has been through the ringer, so we'll see if it can actually bounce back. Mystery pepper, I don't know what's in that jar. This is a Elysium Oxide Scotch Bonnet Red that, again, I thought was dead. I trimmed that back down to just its stem. It has bushed out a little bit, so I'm going to try and save it. Why not? Peppers are awesome. I have expanded into the guest room because I no longer have guests, so got another arrow garden. It's the Harvest Slim, but it is growing some seedlings. I'm going to transfer probably 1 or 2 of these to that other arrow garden. The rest will be moved to Kratky. There is some mystery seeds that came from Willie's chilies. Long story. I'm going to grow out to see what they are. I've got 6 of them, 3 here and 3 in a window I'll show you. These are fungus gnats. I hate fungus gnats. These yellow sticky traps, they work pretty well. The other 3 Willie's chilies mystery seeds. Who knows? They could be anything. Probably orange habanero. One of them looked like ricotta. One of them's a cheese, one of them's a pepper. If you know what I'm talking about, awesome. It was a black seed. Maybe it was just moldy. This guy has been just destroyed. This is what happens when you farm aphids like I do. They destroy your plants. So I'm really just keeping him alive to see how much he can tolerate. This is a Kumari Pollux. It's a wild variety. Kind of droopy. He's thirsty. But it's actually growing pretty well. It was stunted for several weeks, and now it's shooting up. So I'm going to probably transplant those into a bigger pot here pretty quick so they have a chance. So in the seedling tent, I actually have a little project going. For the most part, these are all Hangzhou space peppers. So I've got 9 out of the 10 varieties growing. I am desperately looking for Hangzhou number 2, Meteor. If anybody watching this video has seeds for Hangzhou number 2, Meteor, space peppers, please hit me up in the comments. I am seriously trying to find the entire set. The goal here is to grow them all out so I can sell sets of all 10 to all of y'all. If you help contribute to my project, you will get a set of all 10 seeds for free. So these are trying to be ready so that everybody can have seeds for the January, February planting season for 2021. So definitely hit me up. If you have Hangzhou number 2 or you know anybody that does, please, please, please reach out. And the main tent. I am mostly just trying to run these plants out with a few exceptions. So this is the second flush coming on of early jalapeno crossed with Red Ghost. Last time, if you saw my taste test video, I got no seeds. The pods are a completely different shape this time. I'm hopeful there will be seeds so we can get an F2 going. If I get seeds, I'm pulling this plant and killing it. But it's actually pretty healthy. It's growing well. You can see the mess in here. That's because I just did a heavy neem treatment and burned a few plants. But I am continuing to fight these darned aphids. Sugar Rush Peach back there that looks a little worse for the wear, but that's because I just trimmed back most of the damage from the neem spraying. We have down here a, let's see, that is, I think a puma? Or a black cobra. No, that's a black cobra. This is the top that I cut off of that Brazilian starfish at one point that wanted to be a beanstalk. I have rooted it. It's actually growing with reasonable node spacing. You can see it has branches instead of just going vertical. So I'll be interested to see how that turns out. We have Sugar Rush Red and Sugar Rush Peach both growing right now. These plants are growing insanely fast compared to everything else. This is a Candlelight Mutant. Keeps putting on buds and flowers. I have not seen a pod yet, so hopefully I can get that to produce some pods, hopefully with seeds. We have Bellingrath Gardens from Pacific Northwest Heirloom Seeds. Awesome, awesome YouTube channel, Instagram. She does Amazon Live. Check her out. She sells great seeds for some pretty rare varieties, things that I don't see everywhere. Check her out. You'll like her stuff. And then the Habanero Franciscan is growing quite well in the 5-gallon bucket. You can see it's starting to put on some flowers. Again, this is what happens when you overspray your plants with neem, folks. Just take it easy on them. Follow the directions. Hopefully starting to get some pods off of that pretty soon because I'm really excited to try those out. But that's what I've got going on. And so I stand here in front of the creepy baby painting. Made some interesting decisions as a youth. Garden's looking pretty good. Even more exciting, I've got a whole bunch of hot sauce in the works. If you're interested in trying some unique, spicy, and delicious hot sauce, I'm going to have some links for you pretty soon. Going to try and make it as affordable as possible so you can really see what it tastes like to have a handcrafted hot sauce made with fresh peppers. I have one that is Reapers and strawberries. I have one that is habanero pineapple. And I have one that is called Agent Orange. It is just habanero amplified with super hot peppers, a little bit of garlic. It's delicious. So I'm going to try and launch 3 lines of hot sauce in the next couple of months. I've also got some spice rubs and flavor mixes or spice mixes coming in the next couple of months as well. So stay tuned. I'm going to share a lot of that with you real soon. It's kind of why I haven't been able to make videos lately. I've been really focused on trying to figure out how do I get some of this delicious stuff to y'all. So I'm out of here for now. This is Boss with Boss Grows. Please leave a comment, subscribe, like this video. I know garden updates aren't the most exciting, but sometimes you want to see what people are growing, right? I'm out of here. Peace.